Greetings everyone, my name is Eduardo, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In this 83rd general level live stream, I'll cover a combination of both Veersmith levels and levels I find online, but mostly on the former, as I'm still deluged in a large amount of Veersmith levels. Unlike the previous 2 weeks though, I don't have that many Veersmith levels left on the queue, so thankfully, from next week onwards, I'll be able to get through your levels faster. So I'll be covering hopefully at least 15 to 20 levels, each made by a different author. Feel free to submit your level IDs either on YouTube, Twitch, or Mixer. I'll accept all of them, though I may not be able to cover them. We'll see. Here's the link to the level queue, in case you want to see where your levels are on the queue. And make sure to check the level history before you submit any levels. I will not recover levels I've done in the past. So I'll begin with this stage. MLP Dr. Discord's Contest Princess Celestia Stage Remake by GalaxyMan64 with 13 plays and a score of 2. I also reshuffled the remaining set of levels from last week. But don't worry, the first 20 levels will each be made by a different author. There won't be any repeats until we pass the 20th level marker. So welcome to the stream Sylveon, Jedok, Philip, Mr. Lee, YouTube, Mega Man 2407, Sound Haxorus, and everyone else. I got the level Silent, Philip, and the other one in YouTube. No, I haven't seen a trailer for Perfect Blue yet. This is the first time I've heard of it. What's it say? Don't try this ROM hack. Is good? Okay, so if you take this ROM or soft locked, I already know about this ROM hack. It's barely okay. It's very forgettable. I forget what her weakness was, so I'll just pick up everything. Yeah, I know I'm cheesing this, but just to make my life a bit easier. Well, almost everything. Hey, Eduardo. Also, as an important note, there will be no live streams this evening. This will be the only stream for today. Tomorrow morning, I will be streaming Magmal 2. Me neither, Jedok, of all the things. You know what that means. I'm gonna have to start crossing over content with other Mega Man YouTubers. Hey Flame Deer, welcome to the stream. And considering their personalities, Jedok, I didn't expect the crossover either. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Is it a fan game or ROM hack, though? Fan game, ROM hack, or level pack? Next week's morning stream will be the 400th episode milestone. It's looking awesome. One of the few Mega Man Metroidvanias out there. Gotcha. Is it in the early stages of development? Whoa, suddenly the game is lagging. Okay. For some reason, when his head popped off, it caused the game to lag. I guess he had time slow enabled as an emergency countermeasure. Yeah, a level from that level pack, Jerry Man. I may or may not LP it in the future. Probably for next year's April Fools, maybe. It's not that good. Mega Pony's better. Goodbye. The stage has existed, as with most other stages in that ROM hack. Second up is Metal Battle by KXI with 10 plays and a score of 0. Yep, Mega Man Classic and MLP, Friendship is Magic. I did a full Let's Play of it on my channel. I will have to come back to it so I can play the Permadeath mode. This is a much older stage, much as in much being a relative term. Well, if you deflect his metal blades back at him, it's an instant kill. However, if it's your own metal blades, unless you set him to be weak to the metal blade, then no, Sylveon. To be honest, I think I prefer the previous stage. Even though it didn't go anywhere, it felt like it had more... It felt like everything took place in a more... less abstract environment. I'm damage boosting. I'll be looking forward to it. Oh goody, he's not immune. This is gonna be a slight problem. The problem is he deals more damage to me than I can to him. Especially because of the springs. This is where I wish I had an E-tank. Really? I don't really like this fight. If only the springs weren't there. I'd rather take the variables over this. That's a lot more reliable. Or if I had a way to fast fall. Again, I wish there was a way I could fast fall this. This is not fun. Not to me, at least. It's over, though. The springs are a better idea. Now, if the springs were at different elevations, this would be more interesting. The ending really killed the stage for me. Hey, Lipatio. Third up is Mega Saga Angkor Wat by Jinox74 with 13 plays and a score of 2. Yeah, I could have at least made it a secondary. I mean, it's not the Metal Blade's fault, it's more the environment itself. Yeah, Angkor Wat. Yeah, let's give Protoman some time to shine. Did he take double damage? No, he doesn't. That's good. If he did take double damage, I mean, swap over to base. I don't remember this landmark being filled with this much acid. Hey Jaden, welcome to the stream. True that, Galaxy Man, I'm just saying. No, I haven't, Eduardo. I'll be seeing it after the stream. I watched it as a kid, I watched JJ as a kid. Oh, there's a Mirror Buster. Basically a better version of Protoman's shield. The best shielding Protoman has ever had was demonstrated during last week's Let's Try of Mega Man Beyond. Protoman was just amazing in that game, especially with all his abilities. Want me to stream Lipatio? You're right. Well, it makes more sense in Mega Man 11, because of it being 2.5D. Thank you. Is that an unpopular opinion? I thought a lot of people didn't mind the 2.5D in Mega Man 11. Whoa, I forgot about that. On his channel, or do you mean in the industry? Oh, generally, okay. I have also noticed something. The response time between the video and the channel responses has been increasing over time, ever since a few weeks ago. YouTube and our restream must have fixed things, because usually it took about 8 to 10 seconds of turnaround time between me saying something on video and you responding and hearing it. I see what you mean, Jaden. I barely hear those people now. I've noticed I hear people having their own preferences and whatnot of 2D versus 3D games, but sprite-based versus 2.5D, especially in the context of Mega Man, I don't really hear that. Oh sure, there are some opinions on Mega Man's animations in Mega Man 11, but not so much the 2.5D style at all. Not so much the 2.5D style itself. True that. There have been, Philip. And thankfully, unlike 5-8 years ago, we're getting more diversity. Now we're not just getting the lo-fi, NES-styled 8-bit throwback games. Now we're having high-bit 8-bit throwback games, 16-bit, 32-bit, stuff like Owlboy, PS1 era low polygon, etc, etc. Not to mention retro games but with better graphics and music. I'm thankful for the increased amount of variety. Or even hand-drawn visuals. Does Mirror Bus? No, it doesn't. Oh, it was a bad idea. True that. That's why I really like how there's more variety in terms of graphics and experimentation. At a certain point they felt like throwbacks, but now they're starting to feel more like continuations. Which again, I don't mind. We really need to look forward after. It's good to look back from time to time, but at a certain point we need to look forward. True. Having a 3D setup opens up many different possibilities in terms of game space that 2D doesn't offer, or can't as easily offer, but it opens up its own difficulties as well. It has a lot of potential, but it has a lot of other difficulties. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention there. The early games in the PS1 generation, though, ooh, they could be a bit clunky, and their visuals were a bit, let's just say, bad. Especially the ones that aim for more realistic graphics. Thankfully, things got a lot better starting from the PS2 era. I'd like to see more of that too. Agreed. Or if we're gonna have more 16-bit sprite-based games, try picking stuff that's not just from the SNES era. Try picking 16-bit Genesis era sprites, or 16-bit era DOS sprites. Still, at the very least, I'm happy we moved away from just 8-bit sprites. They do have their charm, but at a certain point, they do overstay their welcome. Of course, that's part of the reason why the retro games got so much of a comeback. Two down, X left to go. Yeah, like the Messenger. Messenger was a combination of 8-bit and 16-bit. I would like to see more Genesis games, or games that follow its limitations, both in terms of graphics and music. I'll take the hit here, it's worth it. In fact, I didn't actually need to take the hit there. Neo Geo would fit too. That's 16-bit 32-bit style. Frankly, I wish more games emulated the Metal Slug graphical style, especially very detailed sprites. Philip, it's not really NES and Sega Genesis. It's more like Sega Master System and Sega Genesis. In terms of color and sprite limitations. Get back down, please. Goodbye. True, the Neo Geo did have much better hardware. In a way, it kind of felt like a 24-bit system, if we were to use that nebulous term. Board up is A Boss Rush by Dakosa, with 10 plays and a score -1. LXCWR WL. Okay. Oh boy. Well, at least we have 4 refills of everything, I guess. At the very least, I can't die. It's best to use piercing weapons here. So Power Stone it is. Except against the Woodman, unfortunately. Ah yeah, Netta, Sylveon. Well, could be worse. We could be forced to use the E-tanks. One's down. Bowen's down now. Frashman's down as well. Woodman died along the way. Iceman's down. Cutman... No, Metal Man went down. Now Cutman's down. Time Man was the last survivor. No wonder why we get all these E&M tanks. Now CW. Oh, that explains where all the bosses are coming from. Well, you know the drill by this point. At least there's no shield-based Roadmasters, so they can't just knock away my Power Stone. Well, there is one shield base, but he's not too bad. I guess we'll go against all the bosses currently in the engine. They all have their separate weaknesses, by the way. I'm just using the power driver here as it's so fun to use. Anywhere, Kyle, just put it in the chat. How many bosses, YouTube? All of them. Let me try a different strategy. Just slash them. As long as they're closer together, I should be able to pull this off. In fact, this strategy is actually working faster. Think of this as a breeder level. As intimidating as this looks, this is really easy and straightforward. The power driver is best one-on-one, as the explosion doesn't seem to hurt other enemies. If I have time, then I will, Kyle. Yeah, I wish there was more boss teams playing here. I think we're coming up to the end. We have Mega Man 10 and 11 bosses. Alright, back to slashing. Someone got electrified here. Good thing got stuck over the life pickup. Otherwise I'd be pretty much trapped. Just for safety I'm using this now. Okay, I'm out. this is where the Power Stone will be better now. Clearly someone's weakness. Hi, Prof. Yeah, one of the levels is on the QSN. It's in 13th place. It's called Dr. Critical Entrance. Let's see, maybe the Power Drive would work better now. Well, the explosion does harm other enemies. Doesn't help when there's so much stuff. Oh, what was the level ID, Prof? It may have gotten mixed up in the shuffle. I'm sorry if I missed it. Okay, I found a weakness, Metal Blade. It's working against everyone. I guess each series of bosses have their own set of weaknesses. And we're out of here. Well, this was an enemy mosh pit. As I was saying, Prof, can you re-provide level ID? I apologize if I skipped over it. And no, I don't get this a thumbs up. Thank you, Kyle. For the level ID earlier... Fifth up is Double Recoil by Mitocondria Shrine, with 7 plays and a score of 1. Insert memes here. Spring and bounce. Oh. Or then I have to extend the arm thing. That's why you want time slow. Oh boy, and there's no E-Tank. Desert Sky Base. I'll check. Let me take out Bounce Man first. He's the most dangerous out of the two. He deals more damage. Still caught me on the rebound. Yeah, I'll double check, Prof. Let me... Oh, it doesn't help. Time slow more helps with the springs. I can see a warning indicator of where they are. Okay, thank you. Victory. Bounce Man decided to just quit. Huh, it says on the list I played your level during episode 396, Professor T. Perhaps that's the one you were looking for? If it's 3 episodes ago, then... yeah, that would be 2 weeks ago. Sixth up is Crashman Battle Waste Center by Sanixmix with 12 plays and a score of -2. Try jumping. No sliding here. Oh, I don't have the damage boost here. Thank you. I noticed that too. Thanks for pointing out, Jaden. Now, I don't mind sprite-based games, but there are many other graphical styles out there. There's polygonal, voxel-based, and then there's of course hand-drawn. And within those large styles are a bunch of sub-styles. For instance, there are many ways to draw sprites, there are many ways to create polygons and voxels, and there are also many ways of having hand-drawn animation and whatnot. Yeah, those are nice to see, but they're kind of expensive. For instance, the last Shantae game, as well as Cuphead, had a hand-drawn style. But even then, their hand-drawn styles were very different. Oh boy. I can see why they gave me an E-tank here. I can't cross the gap properly. At least it takes double damage from everything. Yeah, this was not a well-designed stage. Below par. Hollow Knight's art style, I think I'd mark it as hand-drawn. As I said, these drawing styles or graphical styles can vary quite a bit, even if we classify them as, for example, hand-drawn. It's a darker, more simplistic hand-drawn style, but allows for a bit more creativity. Seventh up is Mega Man Ultra Airman Stage by Oscar1258 with 37 plays and a score of 4. I thought Canvas Curse was pixel-based or sprite-based. Yeah, it's based off that ROM, Sylveon. This stage is basically remaking or remastering that stage from the original ROM pack. Too bad Mega Man Ultra 2 never got finished. It was looking very promising, fixing many of the issues the original game had. Well, this is certainly accurate. The original stage had the Fan Fiends and took place in Wily 1 of Mega Man 2. You know, a more accurate boss would be Top Man, because Airman's AI was modified to work more like Top Man. And unfortunately I can't slide here, so it's a problem. I can't escape from his attack if he does that. I have to be at a different elevation, specifically below him. Meanwhile, this time I perfect ran him. Alright, I'll be right back in a moment. This stage just existed. It was I guess a fairly accurate redux of the original stage, or recreation. And we're back. 8 up is QueenMonika Mega Man Maker Adventure Level 9 Wilys Battle Stadium by QueenMonika with 10 plays and a score of 1. With hub.bat, is this with hub.bat installed or without that installed, Sylveon? With it? See, that's actually a pretty good question, because without it, I'd easily say Mother Elf, but with it, Mega Man basically has a machine gun. I'd say they'll probably be evenly matched. Here we go. The Battle Stadium. So I guess this is a rematch stage. And we have access to many special weapons already. Do you have the bell icon ticked on for my subscription, YouTube? Like, are you subscribed and did you enable the bell icon? Oh. Actually, that was not the right thing I should have done there. Oh, okay, then it's supposed to be here. I made the live stream oh, wow. As I was saying, I made the live stream public. What? Okay. I get the feeling something broke there. Oh, that's a trap. Never mind. That was just there to troll you. Or to trick you. Let me in. Delete someone who has the power to restore and delete the cyber world versus someone who can influence the real world and the cyber world too. You know, in a way, it'd be. Wouldn't Mother Elf be equivalent in power to the Psy Beasts? Thank you, Sign. One down, 3 left to go. I guess these are mini level reduxes then. Each going over a previous gimmick in the stage. Yeah, there's level ID there, I think. Oh, no, wait. Rats, hang on a minute. Okay, I think I memorized it. So, tree. This is the password now. Oh boy. That's 1, 2, tree. Go here, please. Unless there's something more to this. Yeah, I want that. Darn, I'm in the wrong order. I should have gone through this later. Yeah, with extra memory, you're right about that. Perhaps you gain some other superpowers by doing so. I mean, the cross system in Mega Man in Battle Network 6 was awesome. Oh, whoa, whoa, that's... Next one's 8. If I went through this last... If only... At least there are checkpoints in between his password gate system in case you forget. Ah, now it's in reverse. I guess this is 7? Yeah, this was. Wonder why there was those gates on the left. Perhaps even crosses. I mean, what else would it be? It's made out of rubber. On the note of Battle Network, starting from Thursday, if all goes well, I will be starting up a Let's Play of the newly released One Step from Eden, which if you're not aware of right now, it's essentially a successor to the Battle Network series. Let's see if I can escape this. Oh no, I can't. Well, I could if I chain together the pile driver. Hey Buster, welcome to the stream. Just going through my 8th level. I can understand why. I wish it explored this world it built more. I know the anime and manga did that to a greater extent, but I'd like to see it taken further. Perhaps in a sequel series that takes place before Star Force. Ah, got me. That was my fault regardless. No, more like Battle Network 7, or Battle Network Next Gen. 1.5 would take place after 1. Well, to be fair, Jaden, it is aiming to be a smaller release anyways, and Battle Network is more niche compared to Ori and Exit the Gungeon. Plus, they're in very different genres. One game is a roguelike action shooter, roguelite, and the other one is a action Metroidvania. Let's see if I can cheese this. I think I can, actually. Let's do the cheese route. At least once more. Nah, let's just use the elevator. Oh yes, I have, YouTube. That's good to hear, Jaden. The only real complaint I've heard about that game is that it's too easy. And the focus on combat doesn't pan out as well. The increased focus, I mean. Again, if I knew what was coming up, I could probably combine use of the pile driver and else and get through this. Oh, 2 bosses weak to this. Oh, you mean Ori? I didn't really see any game footage of Will-O-the-Wisp. Whoa. I didn't see any footage of Will-O-the-Wisps yet, so I can't really confirm or deny it. Well, I have seen footage, but not that much of it. Yeah, that was a mistake. I wanted to reset. Wasn't fast enough. No, Croby, I don't. Supposedly, mankind's evil soul versus the Mavericks. Oh. Well, I guess I have to use the flash stopper here. How much did Nebula Grey corrupt people in Battle Maker 5? In terms of the amount of destruction it deals, the Sigma virus easily wins out. In terms of the amount of danger it poses to the world though, maybe Nebula Grey? It's alright, Game Master Man. We still have about 1.5 hours left in the stream. I think you can do this section without the use of the flash stopper. I'm not good enough. Case in point. Bounce man on top of an elevator. Sadly, Bounceman never hit me here. That's why you need to be careful about fan criticism and positive feedback. Well, that's why you need to be careful about positive and negative feedback. Don't just take all your feedback from one source, and that includes me. True that, Sylveon. Then again, Alpha was the prototype version of the internet, so they couldn't really cause it. Dream Virus, it was stopped too early. However, I do know that both Iris and Colonel were used as war robots, or the war AI. Ninth up is Underground Chaftmine Stoneman 1.6 by Protoman 1987 with 12 plays and a score of 7. Let's give bases time to shine. And it's leveled by Eduardo, so these tend to be decent, if a bit messy at times. Well, hello to you too, Snivy. And now we're on the top of the mine. Well, that was too far away. And that's how you do this section properly. I guess this is an alternate route. Or just for the M-Tech. This was a fun level. In a way, it felt like a combination of Stoneman stage, but more so Pile Driver Man stage. Well, Impact Man. I sometimes like to call him Pile Driver Man. Mainly Pile Driver Man hard mode. Goodbye. Currently my favorite level of the episode. 10th up is Oka Eyes vs Blizzard Maker by Okada Man with 41 plays and a score of 2. I'm not sure if I'll be able to complete this level, we'll see. These Okada Man's levels tend to be on the more difficult side. Oh, by the way, for those watching, please don't share gameplay footage of Doom Eternal on my Discord server. It got rated A for adults only, and that violates the not safe for work rules really hard, even though I know the game is going to be pretty good. I'll have to rework my not safe for work rules for this channel, for the server. As there are a bunch of not safe for work games I wish to play too. For instance, Luca. Thank you, Pixel Boy. Now don't get me wrong, I don't think Doom Eternal's bad, I'm just worried about its content rating. Again, I'll have to rethink my not safe for work rules for my server, as right now it technically disallows M-rated games. Remember, Eduardo, I reshuffle levels so more people can get their levels so I can get through their levels. So even if you submitted 2 stages, the other one has been pushed forward somewhere. I know, right, Jaden? Oh, that's alright, Sylveon. There are a lot of good games out there which I'm not interested in either. Oh boy. And I mistimed it. I thought it was one step before that. This one enemy at the bottom. Here we go again. And fail immediately because slide jumping didn't work. No, I'm not, Sylveon. Well, at least I made it past the first section. That jump. This is the way you're supposed to... For privacy reasons, I won't give it out. Oh boy, I got the order mixed up. Oops. Ah, I thought I was supposed to move there. I misremembered. I was paying more attention to something else. Ah, these enemies. Especially when trying to time it on ice. Feel free to assume. I'll say it's not Scorpio. It's actually called Oka Blizzard. Okay, made it true. Killer bullets. I didn't want to see your menacing visage here. Please be a checkpoint nearby. Ah, thank you for the extra life energy. The engine's being kinder for once. The main difference here is that we have these punch blocks. Well, cracked blocks, I mean. That's the main difference. Now we're doing Wiley's Igloo. Wait, was there a checkpoint? Oh no. No checkpoint, that's not good. I disagree with this design decision. There should have been a checkpoint there before the boss. I know the original Mega Man games didn't do that, but still, even for challenge stages, you should do that. Not everything. Yeah, I'm not referring to the original Mega Man 1, I'm referring to this stage. I know this is supposed to be a mini-boss battle, but still. See, I don't mind this challenge, I just wish just before the boss we had the checkpoint. The more the difficult the level is, the more the checkpoint density should be. This section actually isn't too bad if you spam the buster. For instance, put the checkpoint in here. Ow. I should have just gone for the D-tanks there. See, I don't mind the previous ones, it just will focus a bit more on memorization. What I mind is checkpoint placement. I'm willing to look the other way for some of these challenges, many kinds of these challenges, as long as checkpoint density is set up to account for it. Yeah, I get the problem with this design. But the most egregious thing it does is checkpoint. And sadly, many studios of this kind fail at this. Yes, Jaden. I agree with that. The point is controlling the amount of trial and error before there's a safe spot. And how much trial and error there actually is. And whether you can control the amount of trial and error there is. And again, it's also based on preferences. Take one of them out, then take the top one. Okay, I have D-tank, and an M-tank. Of course, it's not over, it's not that easy. Okay, there's the refill. Knowing Okada Man, this is only the halfway point. Ice physics strike yet again. Interesting, Buster. I'd like to see that. Sure, send me the individual level file. Mistimed it. Here on the more difficult side, what makes it a bit frustrating is checkpoints. This one's fine, but I'm beating the dead horse now. I'm not talking about that anymore. Not until the end. Hello? Icicle tax not being cooperative. Mega Man 1 Remix. Okay. Now we have the birds to worry about. Yeah, okay. I see what we're going for here. This wouldn't be too bad if I had the Buster again. Sheesh. Let's see how well your changes are received. At least keep some of the authentic, at least keep some of the more memorable parts of the Wilys Battle Stadium, but rework the rest to be better. Here comes the water skiing section. Here comes me dying repeatedly. Oh no, don't tell me I have to do it while underwater. Can I jump over that, or am I just going to have to be forced to pull that off? Unless I'm missing something, this suddenly became Kaizo. It's not a troll level, YouTube. This is turning into a died cut. What I need to do is immediately fire the oil slider glob to the right, turn left, and turn right. Maybe full-on Kaizo, because I'm not getting it. I know it's possible in Kaizo levels to do a quick turn there. Except you need to be really precise with that. Do you have to, Solid? That's the dive Kaizo or Kaizo maneuver in this one. The rest of the stage was doable even by an average skilled Mega Man player. But this... there is pretty much not There is a gradual escalation of challenges for those, maybe a bit fast, but this one just hits you like a brick wall. Okay, like that. But again, you need to be skilled enough to pull this off, and it's not something that most stages teach you to do. At all. I'll give it one more go, and then I'll just use the level editor. That's why I tend to avoid most of Oka's levels. One more attempt, because stuff like this happens where you suddenly hit a brick wall. Or challenges don't exactly feel like they're in the same avenue of difficulty. It's certainly designed for a certain audience, the Diet Kai's Kai's audience, but I'm not one of them. Perhaps Yagami or Game Fox could complete this stage. What happened here? Last try. At least this looks easier. At least this is easier than it actually was. It's easier than I initially thought it would be. And of course, no checkpoint. Of course, that was a given. Okay. That wasn't too bad, this one. Much easier than the section preceding it. And there's one error I made. I thought the oil glob would actually despawn if it went off screen, if it went below the bottom of the screen. But no, it actually floats. It always floats back up, even if it's while it's underwater. And as to be expected, no checkpoints. It'd be kinda jerkish if I died there. Now let's see if I can. I'll reset the lives counter, let's see how far we can go. I hope this is the last part of the stage. Keyword being hope. Well, at least I got the key. And we were supposed to go down. Oh. Okay. I see what I need to do there. At least there's a shortcut back here, and thank you for the warnings. Sheesh, tight. I thought I'd be more forgiving in this, but I guess not. Oh, for once we actually have a checkpoint here. Considering Oka, this is kind of unexpected. Yeah, that was my fault. See, outside that oil signing section, now this feels a lot more balanced in terms of difficulty. Engine. More flexibility, Silent. Really? Spikes... I keep underestimating how far spike hitboxes travel in this engine. Case in point. And now it didn't touch me. Oh boy. Oh boy. And I'm dead because I mistimed it just a little bit. That's more of a complaint of the engine, to be fair. If only this was Mega Mix. Not intersect them yet. This is... I'd still say it's better designed than that. Super Arrow, yeah, I love that gimmick. Well, that gimmick weapon. Now what? Rush Jet? Sure, sign me up. You can get knocked off a rush that way? That never happened before. Interesting. It's a bit unfair to compare Mega Mix with Mega Man Maker, to be fair, because that came out later. I'll damage tank this. Oh, we swapped directions. Oh, that's gonna cause a different problem, isn't it? Especially as I used up my E-tank earlier. Let's try it again. Could be worse. Could be taking double damage there. 1 or 2 more cycles should do them in. Again, I'm really scared of ice physics. One more. I'll do it the safe way and hope I don't die in the process. GG. This stage is over. Definitely a difficult stage, but I'm fine. I'll treat this as a win, don't worry. I know what I need to do there. I need to actually end the fight on top of the spikes. It's alright. Boss Suppressor wasn't really a mistake. I know the joke, but so many people, more than a few people say that. It's not too much of a battle attrition, to be fair. When you get the hang of it, it'll take under a minute, and really, they take double damage, and you can get 3 shots in per cycle, even faster you flip direction midway. See, my main problem with this stage is that it feels like a collection of multiple ideas that could be split into 2 stages. And there are some weird difficulty spikes, like with the oil cider section, and there should have been more checkpoints before the bosses, especially after the section with the Yoko blocks and the cracked blocks. This stage is definitely designed for more skilled Mega Man Maker players, perhaps even Diet Kaizo players. See, I like most of the challenges individually. There just needs to be more checkpoints and perhaps split the stage into 2. That's what I'll end off with. This isn't the most sadistic stage I played though. You should have seen some of Okada Man's previous stages. This is arguably much more fair. Again, targeted to a rather particular audience. Alright, I'll be right back in a moment. I need a short breather. Eleventh up is Weapon Capsule Relay 48 by YouTube Social HD2 with 15 plays and a score of 1. There won't be any stream tonight, Croby. If you watched my stream long enough, you know the drill, but for any new watchers, here's the gist of the series. There's always one of these stages I play through during the morning or evening Saturday streams. Every 4 to 5 screens is dedicated to use of each special weapon, and every screen has its own background and foreground combinations. They tend to be rather simple. Think of them as simple tutorials for the use of each special weapon. And they're fairly short. And that's all I have to say about them. Yep, Buster. Magmal 2 post-game. TRX starting tomorrow. What I'm planning to do is TRX, perhaps the boss rush, and I'll be saving the true final area for a future stream. We'll see about that. I may know about half the levels in TRX. Yeah, next week I'm back up to 2 streams on Saturday. Yeah, let me know if I'm missing any secret bosses once I enter TRX and such and such. As I said, I'll be doing TRX, and if I have time, I'll do the second boss rush. The one with all the engine bosses. Not the engine bosses, but all the creator bosses. Minus the ones from Yggdrasil, of course. What is the final castle called again? The one at the end of TRX? Null and Void, that's the one. I'll be saving Null and Void for its own stream. Tomorrow will be TRX and the second arena. Are there any noble nickels in Null and Void? I'll play your level pack next week, Lipatio. Okay, if they're noble nickels in Null and Void, here's what I'll do. I'll finish Null and Void, and then I'll go into the post game and talk with Nightman, and figure out what is the true secret boss. Well, the other secret boss anyways. And after Nightman, of course, the final arena. I'm not going for the green stars, by the way. And because I have access to them now, I'll also be using the altar weapons from time to time. Perhaps even do a bonus episode. Thank you, Eduardo. PK Ouija already did that. If you want to see someone collect all the green stars, check out their playthrough. Yeah, noble nickels. Yep, Snivy, that's what the green stars are based off of. Yep, you need all the noble nickels, hence why I'll be fighting the secret boss after I complete Null and Void. As I know the boss at the end of Null and Void gives you the final noble nickel. Twelfth up is 2 is Unfair, Choose a Pair of Bosses to Fight Part 2 by Lipatio with 59 plays and a score of 20. Yeah, although Pyro put it more as a joke, as you need the cheat menu in order to access it. More as a critique against that. Let's see. Because I want to showcase all of them, I will do a quick reset before I defeat the bosses. Before I deal the finishing blow. And they're all weak to the same special weapon. I could all do these potentially Buster only, but I want to speed up the process. And there's me not hitting quick reset fast enough. I think so, Janoc. Feel free to send me any suggestions, which I haven't already done yet. Either fan-made skins, or ones that are already present in the game. I'll be dumping a lot of them. Basically, I'll be downloading almost all of the fan-made skins, and then you can choose which ones. I won't be including all the joke ones though, only some of them. Thankfully there was only seven pairs to worry about. Well, if it was made before 1.5... well, 1.6 I mean, you wouldn't have two boss health bars, it'd only be one. We used to have multi-boss support in 1.0, but that was quickly taken out. Before being re-added in 1.5. For this one... wait, it was a glitch? I thought in 1.0 they sort of had boss support, but they patched it out, and the only way you could have it was through glitches following that. Before 1.5. Thanks for clearing it up then. Thirteenth up is Dr. Critical Entrance by Zen, with 29 plays and a score of 14. As Buster points out, it was kind of more of an accidental possibility. Thank you, Aunt Eddie. Yes, the party ball glitch that'll exist in the future. Alright, time for the fun. It's fun seeing them taken into the black hole like this. Oh no, he's playing his bass. What's up this side or this time? An alternate route? No, just extra goodies. And to those watching, the day X Corrupted comes out or the day after it, I will do a Let's Play of it, perhaps even live stream it. I plan on playing through it twice, first on B class, then on A or S class. Whichever one normal mode is supposed to be. I know there's an S plus class, we'll see about that. Hey, it's looking ever more possible in the last 2 years. Alright then, the first time I'll play it on A class. So first time A class, hope I don't regret it, and then S class on stream. Wait, do... No. It was inevitable, Buster, anyways. And before Luigi adds it in 1.7, just to troll you. Or 8. Fourteenth up is Building City by Croby, with 26 plays and a score of 9. Oh, this music. It's giving me bad memories of Blue Boy. Get back up, please? Are you ever getting back up? Of course. When I need you to get up, you're not even getting up. Yeah, I realized that. Oops. Well, that was my fault for rushing. Is there any... Okay, there is something to make it faster. If I haven't made it apparent right now, I love the Jet Adapter. My favorite of the 3 adapters. Second favorite one being the Super Adapter. At least the Power Adapter is better compared to Mega Man 6. There's more stuff to use it with. Well, he could be looking at the he could be looking at the waveforms, Buster. But yeah, sounds. Of course, a bee's weakness. Who's cooler? Yeah, I got tricked. Oh, Frieza's brother. What level of cell are you referring to? Are you referring to Perfect Cell? If you're referring to Perfect Cell or someone along those lines, I'd say Cell. I didn't really watch that much of DBZ, to be honest. Excuse me. I didn't actually watch DB Super either. Outside of one scene taken out of context. Konami's a thing again, thankfully. Wait, what? Okay, first time that's happened. I didn't think he could crush you like that. I thought it would just act like a normal enemy. See, I didn't think that enemy acted like a solid object. Yeah, I thought it was only solid on the top. I know it's a platform, but I thought it acted more like a top solid. And we made it. Nah, I'll just ignore that. This time I got it. Alright, Blastman, show me what you got. Let me guess, you're weak to fire. No? Well, this went rather poorly. Goodbye. I'm still surprised Eddie's not part of the engine yet. And Eddie got in first. Of all the levels I played in this episode, this would probably be my second favorite, or honorable mention. #15 is Book 4, The Final Chapter, Paradise Lost, Series Finale by Game Master Man, with 9 plays and a score of -2. Oh. I'm not gonna say the screen count. I know some of you will complain. I'll say it after the stage ends. Which X8 also referenced Sylveon. Could have been an unintentional or intentional reference. For those who want to know the screen count, you can look it up on Mecha's website. See you, sign. Alright, here we go. Okay, clocking this. 130. We have all the special weapons from the previous episodes. I have a decent enough. Don't worry, this is not getting destroyed. Some key doors. Suddenly the planet. You may want to fix that a bit. Starting off with meme, I see. Referencing book 1. Oh, we're gonna reference all the previous books? That's neat. Did I ever finish book 1? I finished book 2 and book 3. I'm not sure if I finished book 1 itself. Yeah, Mega Man 10, the final Wily team, once they enter space. After the amazing joke that happens before it. The build-up to Wily 5 was amazing. Amazingly hilarious. Good. I guess these are all reduxes or mini-reduxes of the individual chapters. Now, Magma 2 Wily 6, aka Reality Core Maze, that was over 250 screens long. Thank goodness it has a save system. And unlike this one, it actually had changed up the music. Well, never mind, it didn't. I was thinking of Null and Void. Rematches for book 1 now. Or is it for this one? True, Buster. You didn't need to do all of it, but for my own... For the sake of the LP, I did all of it. To be honest, it was one of my favorite levels of the game. I like all the reminiscing of going through all the stages, even the bad ones. Poor Crash Man. He took an unwanted bat. One book down, 3 left to go. And I agree with Buster's earlier point that Reality Core Maze's stage team was better. This was designed to be a short. This was designed to only be played for about 30 seconds to a minute, not for 15 minutes. I'll say at the end, Croby. I was hoping that would be a secret. The key, that is. That's book 2, each of the 5 chapters. So, 5 months to deal with. I don't know who Junko is. Which series does he originate from? People will come back to the adapters eventually, Croby. Whoever's left, that is. Water beats ice. It really defeats him. Oh, Danganronpa. In that case, I don't know. I never played that series, or watched that series. And that's book 2 done. 2 more books left to go. Each section is dedicated to each chapter, I guess. Oh, I remember this one. Much easier than that version. Yeah, it could be worse. At least it's not Oka Blizzard. Despite the stage being immensely longer, I'm getting through it much faster. I'm getting much less frustrated. But you do have a point. It's... well, I'm gonna say kinda blah, but... oh, well... oh, and we have to go through the entire Redux with no checkpoint, or only one checkpoint in between. I should have just used Recoil there. Pretty much, Buster. If it was just one chapter's clip reel, it wouldn't be too bad. Or one stage per clip reel, but... all 4 of them... doing the original strat. Can't even get that E-tank, by the way. That's just there teasing you. This time there's only 3 chapters in book 3. This is why I wish this game had a music swapper in 1.6. And you're not the only one, Sylveon. We're about 3 books in, only 1 book left after this. Weak to your own weapon? So that's book 3 done, on to book 4. Which had 4 stages, I think. say... Oh, whoa. Yeah, I remember this one. Hang on a minute. So don't get killed again. This was harder than the original, mainly as it was longer. Yeah, I played this level 2 weeks ago. Things are getting quickly more familiar. And now the last one. And we're back here. Back at the space station. Just a series of bosses, then the final boss. Oh man. What just happened? Is that supposed to happen? I didn't think bosses could be crushed like that. Only if the block's at gravity, which that one actually had because it was a projectile. The more you know. I thought it'd break on contact with an enemy if it did like that. Like, I thought the concrete shop would shatter if it hit an enemy like that. Well, this is going rather poorly. Alright then. Hi, fish. Well, we stare Protoman to death then. Certainly accurate to the original. Seemed to be a weakness. We're taken back here. Now imagine if I could clip right through the key door at the beginning. There is probably a way to task it that way. I know the game can have some weird engine collision. Gee, thank you for the full stockpile. There's no chance I'll lose this now. Or... well, I say that, but I'll probably get it crushed against something, or fall right out of the screen. This is it, the final boss is coming. Just run. Nope, we're gonna have to do this the hard way then. Let me guess, Rain Flush. Yeah, that's good enough. Rain Flush time. Oh no, they need to be on screen too. This is... oh boy. Do we have a weakness for this? Anyone? Oh, wait, maybe it's the Mega Buster. Someone's taking extra damage from the Buster. Everyone is. I made a mistake, I should have just spammed the Buster. Considering the rest of the stage was going for something else, going for an actual level field, this doesn't feel like an appropriate finish. The rest of the stage was, I guess, fine, if elongated, but this, I disagree with this. And of course the engine decides to screw me over. Gee, thank you. I was holding right, it didn't work. This would have worked if the engine decided to That's what I meant by the engine deciding to kill me earlier. Can I pull this off now? This is it, the last set. Let me in. Ah, phew, it's getting easier now. It's over now. See, I wouldn't mind this too much. Well, I get what you're trying to go for, but probably put a way to respawn E&M tanks. If you lose, if you don't have at least 2 E-tanks or 3 E-tanks, you're going to... I don't know how you can finish this unless you get lucky. But this ends the series. Kind of a lackluster way to end it. Speaking of something else, 16th is use the editor for this level, Guy I Swear It'll Be Good by Mega Man 2407 with 7 plays and a score -2. Now, do not play this level in the level editor, and there's a very particular reason why. I'm going to showcase this using the browser. Again, do not play this level in the level editor, or play it yourself. Alright, can you see the level? Hang on, let me fit this to screen. So yeah, here's the stage. You start from here, and here's the entirety of it, in case you're curious. If you load up this level in the game or editor, it'll either be very laggy or it'll immediately crash the game. This level is in fact 663 screens long. So let's take a look at this stage and see... Well, first it starts off I guess fine, then comes the spam, involving absolutely everything and everyone. I would like to load this up, but it most likely will get stuck loading for about half an hour maybe. I'll just rapidly scroll through this, you get the gist. And most of the stage amounts to nothing. It's not like some of the longest stages ever where they actually try making some level design. Here's just random stuff strewn around the place. So yeah, that's that stage. Nothing more to say about it. Thank you, Red Max. Seventeenth up is Attack on the Airship by Spoopien with 30 plays and a score of 8. We're coming close to the end of the stream. And that's why I always double check the stages before I play them. Especially submit them before the stream. This will likely be the final level I'll play on the stream, but we'll see. To correct an earlier statement, this is actually a collab level between Snivymaster1337 and Spoopien. I'll open it in Mega's website, Snivy. Now, opening up the level editor. There's some things I want to talk about while it's done. This will be the final level I'll cover in the stream. Unfortunately, unlike the last stream, there aren't that many good candidates for a favorite level, outside of Eduardo's. And the previous level is one of the many reasons why I love Mega's website. Gradually escalating the challenges with crash lifts. I think this may be my new candidate for favorite stage of this episode. That depends, Buster. Sometimes my favorite stage isn't necessarily the best built one. Hey QueenMonika, welcome to the stream. We're currently in the tail end. Is this an alternate route? I'm going to assume it is. Oh, it's just for this extra stuff. That's why, for example, in the Magmo judging rubric, there's a fun category. That's why I hold some fan games over others, even if they have roughly the same level design quality. Or lack thereof. Already this eclipses three quarters of the levels I've played during this episode. Oops, I did this backwards. Nope, wasn't able to salvage it. The way you're supposed to do this is do it on the right side first. Something's on the left, I'm almost 100% sure about it. But first, safety checkpoint. More special weapons. Yeah, this is definitely competing with Eduardo's level as being my favorite one. Sorry, Genok. I understand the effort you put into your stage, it just didn't really click with me as much as it should. Oh, I was going to use Recoil there, but then I saw the fans. And that's what I was worried about, getting knocked right off the platform. That was... what was the name of that weapon? The Shining Ray? Or Ray Flasher? Flash Laser. There's so many weapons across the Mega Man series that the names start to blend in with each other. So close. Checkpoint history is fine, level progression and difficulty escalation, as well as the climax were all good, although I would improve the climax a bit. It felt like I could have used the other gimmicks more, those being crash lifts. Perhaps make the climax 2 screens longer. One last thing to check. Yeah, the boss is a little bit rough. It could have had a bit more terrain differences. Nonetheless, I like this collab. I'd probably mark this as being almost good to decent. I get what this stage was going for, trying to combine usage of the fans and crash lifts, though I feel the last part could have done a better job of fusing them together, as it felt a bit too, maybe not disjointed, but it ended too soon, before it really got into the climax. Also the bombs, you're right, because we pretty much forgot about the count bombs in the last part of the stage. They should have been in the climax, where everything comes together. That's the main thing that's bringing the stage down for me. Alright, so while we wait, here's the plan for next week. Tomorrow morning stream is Magmal 2. Tomorrow evening stream is going to be a Let's Try of Round Guard. On Thursday, I'll start up a Let's Play of the newly released One Step from Eden. Next Saturday, there will be 2 streams on Saturday and 2 streams on Sunday. I'm hoping to finish Magmal 2 by next Sunday, but we'll see. Honestly, I wish Rush Marine was part of the engine. If we're gonna have Balloon and Wire, well, we'll talk about that. Let's see what's at the bottom left, as you said. Or is it here? No, nothing's there. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Is this a reference to Geometry? Geometry Dash? Ah, I see. Interesting. So, out of the 17 Veersman levels I played during this episode, my 2 favorites would be Eduardo stage, Underground Chaftmine, and the collab stage, Attack on the Airship by Spoopien and Snivy, with an honorable mention going to probably one of the other stages. I haven't decided yet. As I mentioned earlier, there will not be an evening stream today. The next stream will be Sunday morning, Magmal 2. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. See you all tomorrow. Toodles!